we're you know what? We're gonna do it live.
We're doing it live, Billy.
Oh gosh, what a terrible angle. All right, well, all right, everybody. It is, of course, your midweek Sad Boy update. This is, of course, your Midwest Sadbois Podcast. We're happy to have you back. We've got the TikTok live going. We've got the podcast going. It's episode 99. We love to see it. I'm pulling up our show notes here. All right, I'm ready. You ready?
Can you believe that this is the 99th? We're about to enter the triple digits.
That's crazy.
In our podcast.
Wild.
That's insane.
I'm excited.
It doesn't feel real.
Did you think about 2 years ago we'd finally make it to this place?
No.
Do you think we'd like give up after like 45 episodes?
Remember when we would do like an episode every 3 or 4 months?
Well, I mean, hey, things happen. We, sometimes you just gotta. Life gets in the way, man.
You know what?
You're
not wrong.
If you just stick to it and you be consistent and you stick to the plan, Timmy. Sometimes good things happen and you make it all the way to episode 99.
Episode
99?
99.
Oh, Apple
Live.
Watch keyboard is there. Look at you.
Dude.
Look at you sending
Gotta
out
send off that live text. We're live, baby.
Hey, you're doing way more for this podcast than I am, I'll admit.
Nah, man. You bring the heat every week.
I appreciate
just
that.
by entering the room.
Shut up. I appreciate it. Do you have anything that you want to go over?
Oh my God.
Before we get into the real meat and potatoes of this bad boy?
Dude, I say it every week. I love meat and potatoes, but
who doesn't?
So I just want to yeah, you know what? You're probably right. They're potatoes. That's
yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I would assume
that's
so.
grown in the earth. So just real quick, I want to relate to anybody out there who has sciatic pain. That shit's awful. I hate it. The last like 4 days I've been dealing with it.
Did you say you hate it?
Did I mention anything?
Oh, good throwback.
Absolutely hate it. If you have sciatic pain, I feel you. I feel for you. I'm so sorry. It's trash. It's awful. That's all. I want to move on. We're good. That's been the last like 4 days of my life, and it has been terrible.
Hey, so I can't relate, but I understand having some pain. And you know what, man? I'm sorry. There's nothing there's really just nothing you can do other than just rest and hope it goes away. That's about it.
I've been taking that cocktail of 2 Advil, 2 Tylenol, and just hoping for the best.
Brother, you were gonna have some issues later on.
No, I don't do it all the time.
Yeah,
You're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
They process differently in your body. It's fine.
Right now.
There are people who literally inject jet fuel into their body, and you're worried about me doing 2 Advil and 2 Tylenols?
Yeah, if you do that, though, you get elected to the Department of Health head of the Department of Health. I mean, I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, we definitely don't want to inject jet fuel.
I don't think, I'm pretty qualified for that role. I could do it.
Some comments on this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Man, I wonder what all the what are the naughty chatters saying? Can we click on that to see what it is?
I don't know. I don't know if we can.
That's crazy.
That's what you do when you have a migraine? Absolutely.
What,
See?
inject jet fuel? That's not good for you.
Jet fuel, dude. You want to get rid of a headache real fast? Jet fuel. Body shuts down.
Forever.
Headache, gone.
Forever. It's suddenly just not your problem anymore.
Yeah.
So this week on the Midwest Sadbois Podcast, we dive into the chaotic blend of tech, games, space, pop culture, anywhere from Apple's high-flying iPhone shenanigan to Elon Musk getting roasted on Path of Exile 2. And here is everything weird and wonderful from this week, according to ChatGPT.
Oh, dude, we love ChatGPT on this
Thanks
podcast.
for writing out that wonderful intro script for the podcast, everybody. See, that's how you do podcasts now. You just type in all your topics in ChatGPT and then just read it word for word. I mean, everybody can have a podcast. Don't do that. It's not good.
I mean, especially according to the last few podcasts we've done on TikTok Live, where they're like, anybody can have a podcast now.
Yeah, right. Hey,
sure can, bud.
Hey, you're in the comments, and we appreciate you being here. Thanks for making the numbers go up. Mm-hmm. So, man, anything that I touched upon you want to touch on first, or do you want to you just want to follow along with the little outline I've got here?
Let's follow along with the outline because I do specifically in the Nintendo and Switch and Tariffs section, I have some comments.
Well, what would you know? That's literally first on the list.
Perfect.
So, yeah. So, tell me your thoughts on the Nintendo 2 Switch release fiasco. What
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, it's like it's hard to come up with the right way to say this because there's not a lot of good.
Right.
They immediately went in with, hey, here's a new system, right?
Good start.
Yeah, new system, great. But instead of like actually improving the system, we're just going to upscale everything with AI.
Uh-huh.
Oh, all right. Oh, remember how the last Switch had an OLED display? This one, it doesn't.
Well, the first version of the Switch
Did not.
Then they came out with like the Switch
With-
0.5.
Right. And then the OLED Switch.
Oh, there was a second one, and that I'm
Yes.
gonna air quote second one, and then the OLED Switch was actually the third
Yes.
version.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So
And
then they just completely reverted back.
yeah, so now they're like, oh, well, this one has HDR support. Okay, but you already had OLED. So it's insane to me that they're giving us less battery life, a non-OLED screen, increasing the prices of the games to $80,
Which is fucking bonkers.
like dog. And then they're making the price $450.
you know that's gonna go up with the tariffs. You know it.
But
You guarantee
so like
it.
people were already hating on it, and I just feel like whenever they come back, they're going to be like, oh, tariffs and blah blah blah. It's $600 now.
Yeah.
Everyone's-
Chat says too overpriced. No one should buy it. Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah, 100%. No one should buy it, especially because like I see. Yeah, Derek, we've talked about it. There really is no benefit at this point,
No.
especially when they're not just going to make Switch 2 exclusive games yet.
No.
Like most of their audience is still going to have a regular Switch. So they're still going to be putting games out for Switch and Switch 2, with the Switch 2 option having slightly increased graphics and whatnot.
Right,
But
of course.
the one thing that I saw, I think it was Nintendo. There were, I might not be right on it being Nintendo, but there's other companies who were raising the prices already for because of the tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
But they were only increasing the prices on other countries so they could keep the US prices down.
Because that market is probably the largest.
Yes.
Oof. Well, hey, welcome the rest of the world to the shenanigan of, the fuck around. We are officially in the we're starting the
still
find out chapter.
We're still in the other section.
Well, no. No. The fuck around has not stopped.
It's ongoing.
Yeah. But we are entering the find out stage for sure.
And it's just going to be a constant,
Oh, yeah.
like you're never going to leave either stage.
No.
They're
just going to get larger and larger.
Yeah.
I read that there was like a huge sort of hubbub about some sort of demo game very similar to PlayStation's Astrobot, which I believe was free, right?
It was like Astro's Playground or something like that. That
Sure.
was the free version.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
I as a non-PlayStation owner, I should clarify that I have no idea what I'm talking about. So there was some version of a game that was free,
Yes.
included with the PlayStation,
Yep.
and Nintendo was like, "Ooh, we need to get on that, except we're gonna charge you for it."
$10.
And the internet collectively went, "Fuck you."
That's exactly what happened.
Why?
Dude, it's insane. I don't like Nintendo. I don't know what you were thinking, but also, did you hear that Nintendo has a cheaper version of the system in Japan, but it only has the Japanese language on it?
Oh, so almost like a Switch Lite.
No. It's
a
the
Switch
exact
Lite.
same console, but there's no other languages installed. So if you want to buy a Switch 2 in Japan, you can buy it with only the Japanese language installed, and it's $50 less.
Oh,
So $399, but you don't get any other language support. That's their way of
crazy.
helping out their country and nobody else.
I mean, respect the game. Get the bag, Nintendo. I simp for Synth. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the #1 glitter badge. Chat says, totally check out the features with this cool game, but you also have to buy it. Yeah, absolutely. Like, hey, check out all these new things that the Switch 2 can do. only if you give us $10 additional so we can
Yeah.
teach you the tutorial of the Switch.
No thanks. I'll just play my
figure out-
Switch 1 games.
I'll just play a fighting game where I just push the buttons and my character is doing flips until I figure out what the buttons do.
Yeah, I mean, but like the PlayStation 1 was awesome because it was like, you know, it uses like the gyroscope, it uses the like the pressure sensitive trigger buttons and everything. Like
Crazy.
it was so good. And Astro's Playground or Astro Bot, the full game, is amazing. I think it won Game of the Year. Like it's so good.
I did play a level with the little man, and we were having fun playing the Ragnarok level where he was throwing.
Apparently, we should kiss.
That's
not on here.
On the Patreon.
Yeah.
$5 extra per month. You can see the behind the scenes footage, and you'll find out if we do or do not. So me and Lil Man were playing the Ragnarok level, and I was enjoying throwing around the axe.
Yeah, it was really good.
As the little Astro Bot God of War little dude. So that was pretty cool.
Random Fragments getting the #1 glitter badge.
Hey, my man.
You guys are duking it out. Keep going.
Thanks for being here. So, yeah, dude, I've never been a Nintendo guy. Like, I'd never had a 64, didn't have a GameCube.
Yeah.
My parents got my brothers a Wii, played the fuck out of Wii bowling. Love me some Wii bowling.
Oh, dude, the Wii Sports was
the whole thing.
amazing.
Whatever the extra game mode was where you started out with 10 pins and then 15 and then 20 and it ended up with the big 100.
Oh, yeah.
Loved that one.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have a Wii U, and Megan bought a Switch and we had it for like 6 months and we sold it. I'm not a big Nintendo guy.
I had all of them, but it's sending hearts over here.
You guys are getting out of control.
Yeah. Scared. Are you saying we're scared to kiss? Yeah, not on camera.
Not for
Jeez.
free.
Not for free. But I only get them now because of Pokemon games. Like that's the only reason I want them.
Yeah.
But like even then, right now, Pokemon's not doing the best with the games.
Yeah, wasn't like the last two not like very hot releases?
They were okay.
What
The
was
last
it,
good
Legends and what?
and then Scarlet and Violet.
Oh yeah,
had a lot of bugs and.
It's crazy that there's Pokemon that are now motorcycles. Like, we've gone too far.
Yeah.
Gone too far.
The last good one was the Sword and Shield. That was back in 2020. So like
Wild.
yeah. So I mean, like I want to get them for the new games, but it's not worth $450 or $600 or whatever it's going to be just to get that.
And like,
So
I agree with you. So it's just crazy that like Nintendo, I understand why they don't release their IPs to other consoles. Like if I, as a non-Nintendo owner, had the ability to play, Zelda Breath of the Wild on my Xbox, I probably would.
yeah.
But like you said, like I'm not buying a Switch just to play Mario Odyssey. I'm not buying a Switch just to play Breath of the Wild or whatever the new Zelda is going to be, or like I'm not getting a Switch just to play the new Metroid. I get it. You don't want everyone to be able to buy it not on your console, but at the same time, like you are also losing out on free money. Like I will give you Nintendo, I will give you money to play your games.
Yeah.
But I understand you want the $500, $400, potentially $600 for your new console. But like, imagine the exponential growth that you would see if you let other consoles have access.
They got to make it worth it. That's the thing. Make it worth it to only buy your console. It's hard, but like for example, you know how like all the emulators out there, people are selling those like cheap like Game Boy looking ones that have all the Pokemon games.
Don't you
and, like,
have one of those?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so like, okay, Nintendo, instead of making us pay $40-$50 to get these off-brand emulator consoles to play all the old Pokemon games, why don't you just release a port of them on the Switch? Just make it like $5, $10. You would make so much money, and I could play it on a Nintendo system.
I like how you say release it for $10 and I'll buy it, but they give you the $10 tutorial for the Switch too, and you won't buy it.
Yeah, because I don't care about a tutorial game. I
know.
care about a Pokemon game.
It is funny to see. I wholeheartedly agree with you. If I could get Pokemon Stadium on my computer without having to emulate it and download some
I got it on my phone.
ghetto ass, emulator program thingy, I would totally buy Pokemon Stadium for $10 on Steam because I've never played it. Literally to this day, have never played Pokemon Stadium off the N64 because I've never owned a Nintendo console. It's crazy. I wholeheartedly agree. $10 for an emulator, an officially licensed Nintendo emulator, or even, you know what? Get people to sign up for your little Nintendo Switch online subscription platform.
So
include it with that.
So
I'd sign up in a heartbeat.
They have the online platform, but then you also have to pay extra for the game library of the classic games, which include Pokemon Stadium.
Hold on. So you got to have. I'm just going to throw out a $5 access.
I think it's like $50 or $40 for a year, and then you have to pay the extra for the game library of old games that you can get for free on your phone.
Nah, man, that ain't right. Chat says they'd make more money. Absolutely. In your opinion, what's the best meat for tacos? Chicken, beef, fish, shrimp, crab, pork? Yes. And Bacon Ninja, thanks for being here. No, absolutely. Like that's fucking wild. I can't.
Steak's the best meat for tacos.
They're all good.
They're all good, but dude, steak tacos?
We had
Sign me
chicken
up.
fajitas the other day. So good.
Oh, dude.
But dude, that's, I don't know, man. That's scummy. Like you gotta have the online service. So if you don't pay for the classic game library, the extra subscription, what does the Nintendo online service get you?
Right now, it makes it so you can play with other people, like in like Pokemon. If you want to go online and battle with them or trade with them, you can do that.
Fair, because you had to have Xbox Gold. So I get it.
So same concept.
Fair.
On the Switch 2, they now have chat, like party chat, voice chat, video chat, which is cool.
So Discord. Okay.
But we don't know what that price is going to be.
Oh my God.
In the video with their camera that plugs into the back of the new system is like 480p or something.
So it's the old Game Boy camera.
Just on a fucking stick, dude.
That they had leftovers. Yeah. They just like 3D printed a mount for it.
On a
That's
stick.
Wild.
That's it.
I don't know, man. Nintendo, I feel like you might be dropping the ball on this one.
Dr. Cat Milk, you guys are fighting for the #1 glitter badges right now, and we appreciate all of that.
Crazy, but thanks for being here. Yeah, dude, that's pretty wild. I don't know, man. Nintendo, I feel like dropping the ball on this one.
Yeah, chat. And I know it's not a new concept, but like it is cool in the sense that it's coming from Nintendo.
Camera on a stick. Jeff Dunham would like a word. It's on a stick.
On a stick.
On a stick. Absolutely. Dude, I don't know, man. I feel, what did we say? What you said it a couple weeks ago. We're going the wrong way.
We are.
We got to go backwards, man.
Yes.
So we got, the potential price hikes due to the tariffs.
The tariffs.
Crazy. And so what do you think Nintendo can do to counteract the shenanigan that they've been going through? Like what?
Do what they've done always. You don't make money on the console, you make money on the games.
Right.
Get people into the console. Do it at $3.99. So yes, you're doing an HDR display. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I don't know where production is, but like it seems like battery is really going to be a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
Go in and make some changes to the battery. I don't know. Like give us a bigger battery, switch some things around in there. I don't know. It seems like the big issues are going to be the battery, the price, and then the cost of games. So cost of games, drop it. Like physically, it's just a cartridge. It's a little plastic cartridge.
Aren't they doing some sort of like little key that you plug in and it has some sort of access code?
It's the same as owning a game for PlayStation or Xbox, but like you still have to download it.
Okay.
So that's just the cartridge being in there is just your access key to play the game.
So, I mean, isn't that what like the old SD card for the first Switch was? Like you just popped it in and it was good to go?
So the actual game was on there. Oh. Now you're still downloading the game when you put it in. And then that game cartridge is just acting as your license to play it. Yeah. So you're literally like, there's no reason for you to charge more than $60.
Yeah, to make me buy this little physical thing to plug in to do the same. Like, just let me buy the digital copy. Crazy.
Right. There's no need for it to be more than $60. But lower the price of games, up the battery if you can, and drop the price to $3.99.
Fair. Okay, so I would also I will echo the drop the price of games because like it's getting out of hand, dude. Like, I mean, like you said, it's $80, $90 for a game. It's rumored that GTA 6 is going to be $100.
Fine, take my money.
How can you be on both sides of the coin, sir? We've covered this so many times.
Someone said we look like bird watching or beekeeping age. Have you partaken in either? I've seen some birds in my day.
I have a board game about bird watching, and I do thoroughly enjoy it. If you are into board games, check out Wingspan is the name of the game.
I took a picture of a bird like 8 years ago.
And now you're a photographer.
Yeah, now I'm a photographer. So
dude, I mean, games approaching triple digit prices, like what? So how many lawns will Reed have to mow in order to be able to afford his own copy of GTA 6 in a couple of years? Because it's still not even out yet.
Well, he's not going to play GTA 6. He'll play GTA 7 in 12 years when it comes out.
Oh, 12? You think we're getting
Probably.
7 and 12? We haven't gotten 6 and 15, sir.
Hey, man, I could be optimistic.
Oh, you could be optimistically wrong.
Hey,
We're going to get, at this rate, we're going to get World War III before we get GTA 7. I guarantee it.
Chat says, you're 34 years old. I'm 36. I just turned 36. I don't like watching birds, and quite frankly, I don't care about bees.
Wingspan or Bird Brains? I never played Bird Brains, but Wingspan is a really good game. You should check it out. It's a good 2-player board game. So yeah, little man's gonna have to mow quite a few lawns.
Quite a few.
Especially like, so he's turning 7. Oh
I know.
my
That's insane,
God.
dude. 7.
You have a 7-year-old human running around your house.
Not yet, but soon.
In like 2 weeks. But like, I remember that's when like my sort of like first set of like memories, hardcore memories, like begin. Like I remember my 5th birthday is when my parents got me my dirt bike and we went to Disneyland. 6, pretty blank. 7, I remember we moved. And like, that's when I met my childhood friend Wayne, because he lived down the street from me. We would ride bikes and do all kinds of cool shit. And like, I remember things after 7.
Yeah.
What about you? We're falling down a rabbit hole, but that's what you're here for.
Probably around the same age, honestly. 7, 8, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably around 7.
So we have to like stop like being mean to him.
Gotta stop saying cuck around him.
If the first time your kid calls you a cuck,
dude,
I'm gonna high five
Cody
him
and Mike
behind
were
your
like,
back.
Cody and Mike were so like set that his first word, that's what it would be. But 7's when you hit consciousness. I mean, my kid remembers so much.
Well, that's what he remembers now. But like, I'm talking in 27 years, when he's our age, I can't remember mostly before 7. That's when like chat says, gain consciousness. And I also have I struggle saying that word.
Oh, what Chad also said, when you have to work a half day just to buy a game is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes, it absolutely is.
What job do you have where you make $100 in a half day? Because like, y'all hiring? Because your boy needs some more income.
Depending on the day it is. I mean,
shut up. You know what? We all can't be self-employed and charge whatever we want. Some of
you
us
can. People might not hire you, but you can.
You're right. I can, and then I will also be homeless in about 2 weeks, maybe 2 months. But like, not a chance. I don't have.
Fair.
Good on you. I don't have that kind of drive. I will continue to sell my soul to the 9 to 5.
It's all about drive. It's about power, or whatever The Rock said.
I
don't know.
In his one rap song.
Yeah.
It's all about drive. It's all about power.
Something
How else does
tequila,
it go?
Hydraulic certified mechanic. Good for you. Don't know what that does, but that sounds...
I think he's forklift certified.
Has to be.
Has to be.
CDL maybe, just like for funsies.
Yeah, fair.
You know?
Yeah. You know what, y'all hiring? Because like, I'll sign up. Because I'd like to make $100 for a half day. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to do math.
How long is the work day?
Yeah.
230 a day.
That's more than I make. So good on you, Dr. Cat Milk. Good on you. Beardless Wonder.
No, it's beardless.
Shit. Well, I'm getting y'all hiring over a spectrum. Okay, so yeah,
Let's get back on topic.
having chat available actually kind of a distraction. 'Cause
Violation detected. End live now to avoid suspension.
What?
I don't know what's going on. What? What does that mean?
What is that?
I don't
There's
know what
no
that
way.
means.
Was that
I don't know.
Was that a chatter?
I feel like that's not actually a notification. Nope, that's a person.
It's a ghost bot. Look at that.
That's a bot.
Ha, nice.
That's a bot.
You know what?
Good try, bud.
Hey, clip it right there. You almost got us.
Have
but
the day you deserve.
We're slightly better than that. Yes, you are on a podcast.
Yes.
Person. Oh, how do we bring back the names?
Yeah.
They went away.
Oh, I don't know. Midwest Sadbois Podcast. You're going to be
See,
live.
look, we caught you. You
Yeah, we
almost
got
us,
you.
though.
Good try, bud.
That was nicely done.
Good effort.
Get the clip. Put us on Instagram.
You owe us something.
You should at least
glitter
follow
badge.
us, and you've left some comments. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Speaking of technology, let's move on to Apple allegedly flying in iPhones to dodge the import tariffs. Did you hear about that?
I vaguely saw something, and it made sense.
It made sense. So that's all you got.
I mean, hey man, Apple's going to do what Apple's going to do. So
TLDR, basically Apple somehow, according to the article I read, flew in phones using, they basically had them sold from their factory in China over to another factory somewhere in India or another one of their places in India, and then they shipped them from India to the US.
Because there's a lower tax.
Bingo. So instead of it coming from China, it came from India. And so, loopholes are going to loophole. And like, honestly, I respect the hustle, but like, also, it's really funny that you got caught too. I mean, hey, you know what?
Hey man, they can do it if they want.
And then, not to get political, but for the Cheeto to think that like, snap of a finger, companies are just gonna be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna build shit in America. We're just gonna have people building iPhones in America. What factories? What locations? Nope. And like, hypothetically, let's say that everything goes as planned and he does not run for a third term, right? You think in 3 years, everybody's just going to have these all kinds of factories up and running in the US and they're just going to magically close down all of their cheap labor factories overseas? Like, that's the reason they went overseas in the first place.
Like, the problem, if anyone is just completely oblivious to it, first, Midwest gang. So the problem is that like, they're like, yeah, we're gonna make stuff in America or make iPhones in America. Cool. Okay, so
full support.
So let's compare, right?
Yep.
So labor in China versus America.
Yep.
If you were to scale it, okay, the cost of labor to make one iPhone in China versus America, it's going to be more than the tariffs are going to make it.
Right.
It would still be a $3,000 phone just to buy it here because nobody is going to want to work for Apple in America for under 20 plus an hour, where in China, they're making what? Like a dollar?
Who knows?
Who knows? So like, it's insane that people think that that's going to be an option.
Yeah.
It's just not. Like,
agreed.
Like that, like you said, it's exactly why all these companies outsourced all of their production years ago, because competition is a real thing. You have to have the cheapest price.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you can't make a product in America cheaper than what you can make it in China and get, a hop skip over to India and import it a 20% tariff
versus 120%, right?
Then you can make it in America, but no one's going to buy it.
You can make it here and only certain people will buy it, and it's going to be your 15 best friends who are all billionaires, while the rest of us who aren't billionaires or even millionaires are struggling to buy groceries.
Brother, I'm
fucking eggs right now.
100 air at best.
What?
100 air at best.
100 air? You don't even have, you're not up to a comma yet?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Be real. Don't lie.
1,000 air.
1,000 air. Yeah. That's on payday. And then as soon as the bills come back, I'm back to 100
Then I'm
air.
100 air. So if I'm taking like the sum of the average of days,
yes.
I'm 100 air most days.
True. True. Yeah. So for real though, I mean, both of my parents worked at GM, or They worked at Packard, and then one of them worked at GM. TLDR, my parents worked in the car industry. And, through multiple versions of layoffs and buyouts and bailouts and factory closings, shout out to Lordstown gang, neither of my parents work in the car industry anymore. Why? Because 85% of those jobs are now overseas. Wild. These air quote made in America cars are made overseas and then assembled in America. And then my Honda, my Japanese Honda, is more made in America than these American cars.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. Oh, buddy, I don't claim to be an economist. I'm no political expert. I'm not one of the smartest beings on the planet. I'm just an average dude with a podcast.
Right.
If we can figure this, I shouldn't say figure it out. If we can identify problems, the smarter people should be able to solve these problems. I don't.
Yeah, but they don't want to. So chat real quick. Yeah, we are from the Midwest, from Ohio. I spent 20 plus years in Ohio, 8 years in Indiana. I'm Midwest all the way.
Yep. Ohio, Youngstown, born and raised, 27 years, moved to the South in 2017, and been here ever since.
We don't like snow, so.
Yeah, I specifically left because of the snow.
Indiana, I'm from Fort Wayne. Second half of my life.
Thanks for being here. So, yeah, dude, while we're on the subject of politics, let's just talk about Elon Musk for a second. Did you see this man get completely trolled while he was playing Path of Exile 2?
I saw like a screen grab or something of it, but yeah.
So long story short, this man had a Starlink link Wi-Fi thing on his private jet because, of course,
why not?
And while he was flying somewhere, one of the many flights he takes a week, carbon footprint, it's okay, it's fine. We have to drink out of paper straws, but he's allowed to fly his jet and just burn all kinds. Anyhow, I digest. While he's on his plane with his little Starlink upload, he's playing Path of Exile 2, and chat just starts going crazy, telling him all kinds of ridiculous things. People were making usernames like Elon Musk is a PDF file, absolute bonker stuff in the chat. This man, you like
Still
that one?
Good.
This man somehow managed to die to the tutorial boss. So to the tutorial boss, right? Like the one that they put you up against when you only know one move in the game.
Hit X to attack, dies.
And, if you just press the button 5 times, you win the game. But he is supposedly one of the top 10, or he claimed to be the best Path of Exile 2 players in the world, dies to the tutorial boss. And then while on his live stream, proceeded to blame a terrible connection. And so he was lagging in the game, and that's what caused him to die. But his live stream was perfectly unaffected.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know,
No.
man. Seems to me like maybe homeboys out there doing too much anti-measles vaccines to be coherent enough to play some Path of Exile 2.
Let's go chat real quick. What Dark Souls game? I have not. Is that Post Malone? Who's Post Malone?
Yes, that's both of us. We're here. Thank you. Tutorial boss, hardest boss in the game. Absolutely. Crazy. It was entertaining to watch. I saw a bunch of clips of it on Reddit, and just chat was just going bonkers of you suck, stop deporting legal citizens and all kinds of crazy shit. And the usernames that they were creating, and then they were just spamming things. And it was just Elon Musk is a PDF file. Elon Musk is a PDF. It was so fucking funny, dude.
Love that.
Oh, man. You ever played Path of Exile 2?
No.
Did you play the first one?
Nope.
So, from my limited knowledge of what I've seen in videos, it's it's very Diablo-like, or maybe even better than Diablo, but it's that sort of open world, isometric,
Yeah.
and the skill trees apparently are fucking massive, and the builds that these people come up with in these games and do their little dungeon runs are crazy. So if that's your kind of game, a skill tree builder, not really, not your thing. Check out Path of Exile too, and then maybe you'll run into Elon Musk while he's doing a shitty live stream from his private jet, and you can make fun of him in the proximity chat there.
Apparently, I looked like Post Malone from this angle. I'll stick at this angle then. Okay.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else do we have on here?
Post Malone, but 100 air.
yeah. It's like Wish Post Malone.
Dude, yeah. What's worse than Wish? I'm like a Dollar Tree discount
Timu
version.
Malone.
Yeah, Timu Malone. Yeah. I'm just a lot bigger than him. That's all.
How big is Post Malone?
I don't know.
Hey Siri, how tall is Post Malone? Post Malone says he's Siri says Post Malone's 6 foot.
Post Malone's 6 foot. Yeah.
So you're like his stunt double.
I'm 6 inches taller and probably 100 pounds more.
You just need to get face tattoos now. Always tired right under your eyeballs.
Yeah.
That check's always in pain. That's what you need.
I don't know if I'm not going to do face.
Can't do face tats? You don't think so?
I might do a neck eventually, but I'm not going to do face.
Pussy.
Dude won't get a hand tattoo.
I work at a fucking bank.
That's your
Lick
fault,
my
man.
balls, sir. Lick my balls. Ligma. Don't tell me you try working at a bank for fucking 2 weeks and you're like, I can't do it.
Dude, I worked at a bank for a month. Thank you.
4
And then I
weeks.
quit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Laugh to hide the tears. Exactly. So, when's the last time you witnessed a space launch?
Reddit somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe watch some highlights.
Oh, of course.
Hopefully good ones, of like successful landings or launches.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Those are the ones. Those are the ones that we do prefer to watch.
Not like, turns into a fireworks show.
Fair. The most expensive of fireworks. So did you see that the most recent Blue Origin flight or anything about the most recent Blue Origin flight?
I saw the comparison photos of what the ship looked like.
Oh, yeah. The one that kind of looks like a dick. Yeah. It's weird that Jeff Bezos has some weird, affiliation with having penis-shaped rockets. I don't understand.
The Amazon thing is also kind of...
Yep, looks very phallic to me. Do you know who was on this most recent flight?
Was that Katy Perry?
That was the Katy Perry
Oh, that
flight.
was that one?
Yes!
Okay, I knew she went to space.
Air quote. Like literally crossed the air quote line of space and then came back.
I saw a thing where it was like the people who were stranded in space for 9 months when they see Katy Perry kissing the ground after 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So funny.
Dude, those people were stranded in fucking space, dude. And this bitch, that was rude. This chick goes to space, air quote space, for 10 minutes and has some life-changing moments where she comes back and says, you're just so full of love that you have to give to everybody, and then immediately proceeds to promote her new album.
Hey, publicity,
It's fine. We can't fund schools and children's lunches and things like that, but we've got all kinds of money to send rockets up to space that have pop stars like Lance Bass and Katy Perry. But what do I know?
At least it, didn't end like the last time somebody did a stunt travel trip somewhere.
Explain.
Underwater with a Logitech controller.
Okay. Not where I thought you were going with that, but yeah. Fair point. The billionaires in the Titanic sub, that happened 2.5 years ago. Do you remember that?
It's kind of crazy because I remember talking about that on this exact couch like it was yesterday.
It was about probably 2 years ago, 90 some episodes ago. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, so real quick, for everybody on TikTok watching, this is episode 99 of our podcast. There are 98 other episodes on every streaming platform. Jim, what are they?
Oh, let's see. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on Amazon Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube.
Shout out to the YouTube watchers and listeners. You guys are amazing. I love the numbers. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe, share, follow buttons. Hit all the buttons. Do all the things. Thank you for being here. It kind of bothered me I mean, of course, the media is going to latch on to the multimillionaire pop star that, like, you know, did the whole Instagrammable moment the second the rocket touched back down. That Katy Perry is getting all the recognition for this all women flight. Shout out to Amanda, and I'm gonna totally butcher this. I think it's Wen. She is and I don't want to butcher her titles, so let me just go look it up because I had this specifically saved because I wanted to talk about it. Amanda Wen. She was a Harvard senior. She was pursuing a career at NASA. Her plans were temporarily derailed when some bad things happened to her. She went on to what did she go on to do? She went on to do some very prestigious acts in the political sphere. She got some laws passed here in the U.S. and then went on to do great things across the world, I believe in the UN, and got some acts or laws passed worldwide about sexual assault for women, and then got to go back to her original roots and did get to go to space. And I feel like the media is not giving her enough kudos for that.
And that's like a full circle moment that should be like a Netflix series.
Yes. Like, women in STEM, dude, we need to be, I don't know, man. It just seems, I understand it. Like, of course, you know.
Seems like it could be really good political drama. I do love those.
You do love yourself some of those, don't you?
Oh, shout out Witchy Woman, #1 glitter badge.
Speaking
Appreciate
of women, thanks for being here. The one that cracked me up the most was the Katy Perry thing where she was, you know, kneeling the ground, kissing the ground after coming back to Earth. And it was the SpongeBob gif of them going over like the single hump.
Yeah.
And it was like Katy Perry's trip to space. And it was that little like, woo. Did you hear the audio from inside the cockpit on their return trip? Mm-hmm. So, you know, like they're attached to the big dick rocket and that's when it goes up, right? And then they hit the moment where like they're in the 0G and they're kind of all just kind of aimlessly floating around and, you know, then they get to come back down. Well, like, you know, like, as you enter Earth's atmosphere, like you go real fast and you're just in a free fall.
Right.
They played the audio and it was just,
just chaos
inside of there.
Love that.
And then it was really cool to watch, like, you know, as it's plummeting back to Earth and they've got all the parachutes to slow it down. The very last like anti-crashing procedure thing that they had, as it got really close to the Earth, the little capsule that they were in basically farts and it like, you know, decelerates them. Yeah. But like as it got really close to Earth and it lets out this big pulse of air, it just looks like the capsule just farts on Earth and then lands. It was just entertaining to watch. And the audio of just all the women on this spacecraft just screaming was priceless. It was so great.
Incredible. Real quick, chat. Landon Albertson, also now the #1 glitter badge gifter. Appreciate you. Any tips on handling a 2-year relationship breakup? I thought she was the one, very close. Welcome to Love After Dark with Dr. Jason.
And Dr. Jim.
And Dr. Jim. Yeah, we're throwing back to a TikTok from a few months ago.
I think it was episode like 94.
Yeah, it was something like that. 2-year relationship, breakup, thought she was the one.
2 years, huh?
Ooh.
Question. Did you live together or were you just seeing each other for 2 years?
Yeah, what happened?
I got to know.
What happened?
Because depending on your answer is going to change my answer. Because I was with Megan for 2 years before I proposed. Mm-hmm. And we had moved in together for 6 months. Just about 6 months. And then I proposed. What about you and TK? How long were you guys while we let him get his typing fingers? What about you and TK?
So I mean, we were together for 6 months, and I proposed to her.
Yeah, proposed after 6 months.
Yeah, and we've been married for 11 years. So
what? He says we started dating at 14 and broke up now. So you were only 16, brother. Plenty of time. You will move on. I assure you.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you.
Corey, my man, what's up, brother?
If you watch any movie on, let's just go with Hallmark, okay? Mm-hmm. Hallmark, TLC, any of those movies, right? Where they're like, hey, you know, I'm going back to my hometown after 10 years
Yep.
after high school. Oh, I ran into this, love of my life from high school, my high school sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of time. Maybe in 10 years you meet up again for some reason.
High school 10-year reunion.
People change,
Yep.
right? So maybe you have a lot in common now, and then maybe it'll be even better later. Sometimes people need time, people need space. Like you said, you're young.
16. I mean, hey, you know
Don't
what?
worry about it.
There's also those very rare cases where high school sweethearts go on to be lifelong partners, and I ain't knocking it. I could not have imagined myself with the person I met at 16, mostly because I am not the same person I was at 16.
Yeah.
Like that's you as a person, sir, will do. I don't want anyone else.
Hey.
You don't want anyone else right
now.
now.
Right now you don't.
Give it some time. You need to be okay with yourself before you
Yeah.
move on.
So you're 16. So listen right here. You're 16. There's so much you can do with your life. Things you're going to learn about yourself, your interest, things you want to do as maybe a career. Right? There are so many changes that are going to happen in even just the next 10, 15 years, right? There is no reason right now to commit.
Brother, you haven't even had your first beer. Hopefully, at 16, you haven't even had your first beer. You haven't had your first drunken one-night stand in college. If you choose to go to college, you haven't had. Oh man, I'm trying to think all the crazy shit I did. You haven't almost gotten into some questionable situations with the girl you met on Tinder for the first time. Brother, I promise you just need to grow as an individual and let this other individual grow within themselves as well. And like Jason said, maybe you two will come together in the future as two beautiful flowers and you will create a bouquet together. But right now, you need to plant your roots and grow yourself.
That was
before.
good.
Yeah, you like that?
That was good.
You just need to do some growing. I'm not saying you're not mature, but at 16, I can speak that I wasn't mature.
It's not saying that what you're feeling is not real.
Yes, not invalid.
It very is valid. But from two guys with double the experience, it's fine.
You will be
You will be fine. We promise.
Yes, it gets better, as they say.
It does.
Just stick to it, man. Look, honestly, work on yourself. Go to the gym, pump some iron, flex them muscles, and she might be like, "Oh man, I fucked up." Maybe she comes crawling back.
Play some,
and then you can be like, "Nah, bitch." Or if you really want to be into it, you'd be like, "It's okay. I forgive you. Don't ever do it again." And then you guys go on to have the rest of your life.
Just live your life and just go with it. You go to the same school, dude. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I assure you that after you graduate high school, you probably will never see this person again if you leave your hometown.
I talked to 3 people that I went to high school with. 3.
I think I'm friends with 6 people on Facebook, and I don't think I've communicated verbally with someone I went to high school with since high school.
Someone said, "Hey, hot stud." They're talking to you.
Shut up.
It was your fault, though. Doesn't matter. Even
It
if
was
it's your
my
fault,
That's okay.
doesn't matter.
You'll get through it. Why is there sunglasses on my penis? Did you see that? That was strange. There were
got dick
sunglasses.
shades?
There were sunglasses right here. It was
God.
strange. It's your fault, but again, man, you're 16. Like, you will genuinely move on from this. I assure you that.
Love that fur. Talking about your beard, dude.
That's you,
No.
brother. Okay, moving on.
No.
Let's see what else do we got on the script here. I heard you guys went to the movies the other day. Did you go see the Minecraft movie?
We did see the Minecraft movie.
Give me some spoiler-free opinions on the movie.
So, spoiler-free Minecraft movie review. Jason Momoa and Jack Black.
So Aquaman and the teacher Ned Schneebly.
Mr. S. They absolutely need to be in a movie together.
That isn't a child movie.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Because that one should have never been made.
Oh, was not good?
That movie was atrocious.
So are you saying it was atrocious from a movie standpoint or from an adaptation of Minecraft as a game to movie standpoint?
All of the above.
Yes.
All the above. Like, Jack Black literally played Jack Black from the Tenacious D movie.
So Jack Black, as
Right.
he does in every movie.
It was, but like the same character, same energy. Jason
cock
Momoa was funny, but it wasn't a great movie. Reed loved it, so like great.
Yeah,
That's fine.
the point.
We got to go to a movie on a Monday, got some popcorn, got some candy. He got to enjoy it. Like, I'm fine. Like, I have no regrets going. Would I ever watch it again? Absolutely not.
Funnily enough, you went and saw it, and I had some things on my list here that I wanted to talk about. Did your theater have any shenanigans when the chicken jockey scene went off? No. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Is that the thing that like, explain it to me?
Well, you saw the movie.
Right.
I have not. But there's a scene, I guess they're in some sort of fighting ring, and there's like some sort of zombie that's riding a chicken.
Oh, yeah.
And he says the phrase chicken jockey.
Yeah, nothing happened.
So nothing happened.
No.
Okay, so have you seen any of the recent videos that are related to the current uproar of the Minecraft movie, related specifically to that scene?
No.
Teenagers ruin everything.
Of course.
So there's, again, the scene in the movie. Spoiler free, I don't really think it has anything to do with the plot of the movie. This reaction was the way I felt about the Borderlands movie.
See, that's why I didn't see it, and that sounds right.
Yes, I really wanted to see it. I have not seen it, and as soon as it hits a streaming service, I will watch it. But I was not going to pay to see that after seeing the trailer. So, Minecraft movie, chicken jockey scene. There has been a TikTok trend where when Jack Black says that line, the fucking theaters go bonkers. I'm talking videos of kids throwing drinks, flipping boxes of popcorn. There was even a video, this kid brought a literal live chicken into the theater and released it into the theater when the chicken jockey scene went off. Like, what are we doing? Guys, like, you paid money to be there, and then the thing happens, and then you guys go bonkers and you destroy the movie theater, and then you don't even get to see the rest of the movie because the police are being called. Did you hear that?
No, but I mean, honestly, you didn't miss much.
Oh, is that like really at the end?
No, it wasn't great.
Oh, okay. So
Steve's Lava Chicken song, that was the best part of the whole movie, was his song.
there's a song about a lava chicken.
Also, thanks for being the number 2 glitter badge giver. I don't remember the song, but yeah, so he, like in his little town, he has lava chicken.
Oh, okay.
Chicken covered in lava, you eat the chicken.
Oh,
I don't remember the song. I'm so sorry. I paid 45% attention to the movie while I was there.
so like every movie you go to see
I wasn't
Did you fall
asleep.
a-
No, I didn't fall asleep though.
this time.
This time.
Okay. So we'll fall asleep during John Wick 4, but we won't fall asleep during the Minecraft movie, just to be clear. Oh, okay.
Dude, I also went and saw what's it called? The new Captain America 4. Didn't fall asleep.
You went and saw that without me?
I was in Ohio.
All right. I'll allow it.
Carmelo Anthony versus Austin Mack. I don't know who those are.
Those are basketball players,
Oh.
and I only recognize one of them, so I'm going to pick the one I know, and I'm going to go with Carmelo Anthony.
Same. Honestly, that's what I was thinking the whole time.
So yeah, dude, like the current trend of this whole chicken jockey thing, these kids are absolutely losing their fucking minds in these movie theaters to the point where like the people who are not partaking in the TikTok trend are also getting removed from the theater. They're straight up just stopping the movie. Everybody's leaving. Nobody gets refunds. And it's like, hold on. If I paid my money to go and I was not a piece of shit in the theater, I
So
demand a refund, B, demand to see the movie again for free, or B, I don't know, or C, all
and
of
B
the
twos,
above.
yeah.
Like, yes, like that. I would be very upset
Yeah.
as a non-shithead TikToker, and I was causing a literal public disturbance and bringing a live chicken into a movie theater simply because Jack Black with a salt and pepper beard says the phrase chicken jockey. Like, what are we even doing?
Let's go to the chats here real quick. So, epic mealtime. I get that.
Dude, sure.
And bacon strips.
We will not be doing that.
Spike Radio on TikTok. Nope, not going to do that. Sounds cool though. These are Texas students. I don't know who you're talking about. Is that Girthy Turkey? That's a great name, but no, man, we went to Can't Read, Can't Write, Can't State. So
Yeah, we can't even spell excellence correctly on our own T-shirts. Do you remember that? No. So I want to say it was my senior year. They put out some T-shirts for Flash Fest, and it was Kent State excellence in action, and they fucking spelled excellence wrong.
Oh my god!
Because that's the most can't read, can't write, can't spell excellence correctly thing to do.
I understand the epic mealtime. What is his name? Harvey something.
Yeah, he's a high school teacher. Harvey
In that one show.
No, he's an actual real life. Well, was a high school teacher.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what show he was in.
Yeah. Go Phillies. Sure.
Brother,
Go
you
Phillies.
were like a child with dangling keys in front of you.
Hey,
you have on the list here that you wanted to talk about medical drama cinematic universes.
All right.
Learn me something, because you specifically said Chicago Med.
The
correct?
Chicago Cinematic Universe.
I have never seen the show, and I do not watch those, General Hospitals, ER.
Yeah.
Considering
right.
this is the 9/9 episode, I have seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but that's the extent of my
So my parents, they were telling me about Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and all these shows. I started watching Chicago Med.
Okay.
I think it was last Thursday.
Hold on, let me guess. There's probably 14 seasons of it.
10.
10 seasons. You said you started watching it last Thursday.
Yep.
I'm going to assume that you were already halfway through season 6.
No. I'm on season 3.
Okay. So you've watched 3 seasons in a week.
Yeah.
How long are the episodes? Hour, 30 minutes?
40,
Okay.
45 minutes, whatever.
So 40, was it 45 minus commercials?
Yeah, I mean, I do it whenever I'm doing social media stuff for people.
Gotcha.
Number 1 glitter badge, Jake Ferris, appreciate it. Love the Midwest, same. But yeah, so for anybody who hasn't watched, Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, they're all in the same Chicago cinematic universe.
One could say they take place in Chicago.
In Chicago, right.
Gotcha.
So these shows are so well written. I've only watched Chicago Med so far, but my parents love the other 2. Anyway, so exactly. Do you know who created these shows? Who writes these shows?
I do not. Like I said, I've never seen a single one. I'm not a big medical, police, fire show guy.
Okay, so you've heard of Law and Order, yes?
Dun dun.
Dun dun. Right.
That's about all I got.
So the same person who created all of the Law and Order series, who have 10, 20, 30 seasons each, right? Dick Wolf.
Oh, okay. I recognize that name. Yeah.
Created the Chicago Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
It's insane, dude. Because think of this, right? The whole story takes place in Chicago, right?
Yes.
So, okay. Some dude blows up a building, right? Building's on fire. So people get hurt.
So we're on the PD show because this is the investigative.
So think of it this way. The PD show is investigating what happened, right?
Get the
fire side is
rescuing.
going and rescuing the people, getting them to the hospital where they take care of them.
Oh my fucking
It's so good because they can intertwine every single show with each other.
So could you, in theory, watch all 3 shows at the same time? I'm not going to watch Chicago Med from season 4, episode 1 to episode 30. I'm going to watch Chicago Med episode 1, Chicago PD episode 1, Chicago Fire episode 1.
That's what my mom said to do.
Wow.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just burning through Med right now.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's really cool. Yeah, saw clips of PD. It looks great. So that's what I'm saying. It's really cool that they have this whole cinematic universe of Chicago, which I absolutely love Chicago.
Okay.
Love going to Chicago. But the show is so good.
Yeah.
Every episode has this crazy, the crazy cliffhanger, the great resolution, but also build you up to the next episode.
Yeah,
the
continue
character
the storyline,
development
right.
is so strong. It's honestly, it might be taking place of the political dramas in my life right now, because there's no good political dramas out right now.
Ooh, and coming from
Except
you,
the
that's
real life.
huge.
Except real life.
Yeah, but that's not a political drama. That's just the political circus.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like how they should have made the Arrowverse. Absolutely. Instead of doing a crossover once per season, it should have been back to back to back to back.
The Arrowverse. So that was what? That was Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Who else?
Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Batgirl or Batwoman, whatever that one was.
I saw whatever the one with Stephen Amell. That's the one that I
Arrow.
watched.
Yeah, that was the starter.
That was the it.
Yeah,
that
and
was,
they had Superman, they had Supergirl, and then what was the other one? I can't remember the name. One with like Jefferson Jackson or whatever his name was. Black Lightning.
Yeah, didn't see that one. Altier 949, thanks for being here, bud. Thanks for the glitter badge. Mr. Ferris, no, we are not from Illinois. We are originally from Ohio, currently residing in North Carolina.
Yeah. But either way, highly recommend the Chicago.
So the whole Chicago cinematic universe, televised universe, crazy. I mean, that is pretty. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, that's pretty fucking smart.
It's so smart because you have
one event gives you storyboards for three shows,
stories.
And you can also have them cross over. Like, our main character from the PD show broke his leg and he's out for 6 weeks. We can have the doctor guy come in and do like little fill-ins and be like, oh, well, he was found with a gunshot wound, and you could go on this detective business and be gone for 6 months while you're doing your sting operation. And then like the guy from the fire department could come in and be like, oh, we actually rescued his wife from the top floor of the hospital when it got blown up by the Joker. Wait, hold on. Sorry. We're getting crossed over.
Yeah. But it's like, somebody was on fire, ended up going to med.
Yeah.
And then like they've had crossovers where it's like, oh, there's like a child protective services case.
Yeah.
So the PD ones are there. We're Tatted Boys, lucky you. Yeah. You're right.
We're currently talking about the Chicago cinematic televised universe between the Chicago PD, Chicago Med, and Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
I have never seen any of them. This guy over here has seen or is currently watching them and is going to continue watching more of them.
I'm gonna blast through them, dude. Gonna blast through them.
So you said there's 6 seasons of the Med alone?
I think there's like 10 or 12 seasons of Med. I think 12 seasons of Fire and Pete. Like there's like 10 or 12 of each of them. So like there's a lot.
That is a lot of content to get through. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what, Mr. Wolf, Dick Wolf, good on you. The residuals that he's going to be getting from all of the 19 different versions of Law and Order, his 14 different versions of the Chicago cinematic universe, good on him. You know what, I take it back. My mom was a big CSI.
Dude, I loved CSI Las Vegas.
Was a big CSI watcher.
Miami.
Yeah, and I also watched whatever the one where the dude had the glasses and he would say like a catchy line and be like, he's not that guy today, and then the fucking
the glasses
yeah, and then there's glasses underneath the glasses.
Dude, I loved Miami.
Was that Miami?
Yeah.
I watched the fuck out of that one. I take back what I said about not being into those kinds of shows. I was a big CSI guy when I was a little younger.
All right, so Chad, we got to go to you real quick. Tie-dye shirt is adorable. Pinch his cheek. Do it. Pinch my. Oh, look at that for the stream. What's the podcast on, dude? We're on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Podcast,
everywhere you can get podcasts.
If there's a podcast there, we're there. NCIS, never watched it. Criminal Minds, never watched it.
What is Two Hands Grandpa style
for 50? I don't know what that means. But it is called the Midwest Sadbois Podcast. Oh, Two Hands. Grandpa. I don't know.
You need to moisturize your beard, sir. That's very rough. Oh, that's like not soft at all.
I was doing like sanding on a
okay, yeah.
Give him a wedgie. Okay, stop this.
All right, we're done.
Stop this.
That's on
now.
the Patreon.
We're getting crazy. You got to pay for that. That's never free. Never free.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got to confirm the live. Hold on.
Luckily, we were paying attention this time.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah. House. Oh my God, I love House.
Yeah, you did watch a lot of House. I was never a House guy either.
Channel your inner grandpa. You could do better. On Patreon.
So ChatGPT gave us the suggestion that we give our pitch for the new show in the Chicago cinematic televised universe, the most captivating, thrilling, potential bureau of official government regulations, the Chicago DMV.
Oh God.
That's a fantastic suggestion from the AI
Dude.
bot.
Chicago
DMV. And it's just like, hey man, I need to get my registration for my car. Do you have your 1099 paperwork? No, but can you print it out and I'll like sign it? No, you got to come back, sir. You got to get a number. And it's just people sitting in the lobby and they're like number 400 and it's on like 20. And it's like, come back in 3 weeks and the guy is still sitting there they're on episode like 150.
Oh my God. It's the same guy, just like, but I just want to drive my car again. Ah, man, I don't know.
Hey man, honestly, the insurance says I need to get this paper from you because there was a bomb explosion in last week's episode of Chicago Fire, and
my car blew up.
My car blew up, and now I don't know how to get to work. And so, like, can I just get this paper so I get a salvage title so I go sell? Like, what? Help me, help you, my guy.
And then the next one will be like State Farm Chicago. It's like, I mean, I'm sorry that your car blew up and you broke your leg, but we can't cover that because you got a
check-ins and a savings
and a premium, and then you didn't pay your out-of-pocket deductible, and yeah.
Minecraft Steve says, "I'm proud of you, and I hope both sides of your pillow are cool tonight. You, sir, deserve a big hug."
Oh man,
because that was very generous of you.
Steve,
Thank you so much.
Nice.
So nice. But yeah, dude, the Chicago DMV.
I would love that. I used to watch that Parking Wars show.
Dude, that show was so sick.
You're just like, how many tickets are going to give today? It's like you're just waiting like 3, 2, 1. Oh, ticket. Get wrecked.
The real question is on Chicago DMV, do you think the young college girl is going to get sexually assaulted by the super old creepy government guy? Because like that definitely happens in non-regulated government businesses. I'm sure. I don't know, but I'm just, one would say that like weird old guys that work for the government have a tendency to diddle,
not the diddlers,
the diddlers. That would be a crazy crossover, and then he gets arrested on Chicago PD. I'm telling you, the storylines write themselves.
Gets beat up in the Chicago prison.
Yep.
Gets the Chicago med. Dude, this storyline is just
Dick Wolf. We have ideas. Give us a call. It's BOIS on the check. We'd love to talk to you. We've got some ideas. We can help you write your next show.
Is it going to be episode 99? Yes, this is episode 99. Wait.
Yes.
Treat yourself right. Take a nice walk later. That sounds like a lot of work. It's also dark outside. I feel safe in my neighborhood, but I'm gonna not take a walk though.
Yeah, not right now. That's way too late for that. All right. Well, that's the end of our list here. So I think we've hit everything.
So here's I want to do something a little different today.
Ooh,
normally we end the TikTok first and then we go to the podcast.
Sure.
We wrap it up for them. But we're gonna stick with TikTok a little bit longer.
We'll try something a little different here.
We're gonna talk to you guys a little bit longer today. So we're gonna end this outro real fast.
Podcast land. Make sure you hit up the P.O. box. It's on the website, MidwestSadbois.com. Make sure you send us those self-addressed stamped envelopes. We have some free gifts that we'd love to give you. Send us those envelopes. We'll send them back to you. It costs you literally 2 stamps. It's crazy. But someone is...
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Wow. Thank you, sir. We'll definitely get that done. You see what we're talking about. We appreciate you being here.
We got you.
So again, check out the website, check out the P.O. box, send us a self-addressed stamped envelope. We will not sell your data. I 100% promise you that. We will put something in that envelope and we will mail it back to you free of charge.
And it's not toenails.
I mean, it can be if you put in an extra $1.
You send some money, we'll send some.
Do not send money.
That's a really old throwback.
Do not send money in the mail.
It's a really old throwback to an old episode.
Like
we collected
episode
toenails.
3.
It was around the seance episode.
It was in the single-digit episode.
Summon a demon on the Halloween episode. Anyway.
As always, we are the Midwest Sadbois. We will be here next week for the episode 100 extravaganza. We have a guest. We've got fan mail. We've just got so much stuff. We're so excited for next week for episode 100. Thanks for being here, everybody. What's the music? I picked last week's. What do you want this week?
Ska music.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Can't go wrong with that.
Got it. Done.
Ska music just reminds me of Pizza Hut in the 90s. I don't know why, but it just takes me back to read books to get a single personal pan pizza.
Dude, book it? I'm into it.
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
go.
As always, I'm Jim.
And I'm Jason.
We're the Midwest Sadbois. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll catch you next week for episode 100. Stay sad, y'all. Bye.